All right, this is Scared Talk. I am Danny, and I am here with Curious Katrina.
Okay.
And we have a special episode today. We are going to be interviewing some of the cast of the upcoming horror film Bambi: The Reckoning. And this is very exciting. We got 4 different cast members. So we're going to bring them on one at a time. First, we have Russell Banks. Hey,
guys.
Russell.
How you doing? Lovely to be on the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming. How you doing today?
Yeah, good. Everything's good.
All right. And so who do you play in the film?
So I play Andrew, who is the father of Joseph and the husband of the character who Samira Mighty plays.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we'll get deeper into what your character is like in the film as we add other people here. So we've got Tom as well. Tom Mulheron. Okay. So Tom Mulheron plays Benji. So how you doing, Tom?
I'm doing great. Yeah.
Cool.
Really good.
Right. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to have you on. You're definitely the youngest person we've ever had on the show. So congratulations.
Proud to be here.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. And so you play Benji.
Who is Benji in the film?
Benji is the son of Roxanne's character, Jana.
Okay.
And, well, Russell, uncle, Andrew. And
okay.
All right.
Basically just an iPad kid, the entire. Yeah.
Okay.
An iPad kid. All right.
Yeah.
So you're just like every other kid? All right, cool. And next we have Nikki. How you doing?
Hi
there. And you play Mary, correct?
I do. Yes.
All right, cool. And you also played Daphne Robin in Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, correct?
I did.
Yeah,
I do.
Christopher Robin's mother. So if you guys have seen that one, then you might recognize her, as that one has been released.
Yes, and if you haven't seen it after this, you may want to run out and go see it.
Yeah,
now you know someone from it.
Yeah, it's on demand, so you guys can rent it at the moment, and we definitely recommend that you do. All right, and then last but not least, we have Adrian here.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
And Adrian, I think you're gonna I see that you play Michael, one of the lead hunters.
Yeah,
so we're gonna want to know about that.
Well, he's the hero of the film, obviously. Really lovely guy.
Don't think so.
The guy that everybody just can depend on and rely on. He's the absolute good guy of this film.
Oh, the good guy. All right, so we got things kind of switched around here for this one.
He might be slightly misunderstood. I mean,
okay,
taken slightly differently at times, but he's just misunderstood. He's a lovely, lovely guy.
Yeah, maybe depending on whose perspective you're taking it from.
I mean, we haven't seen the film, but what we know of Bambi, the hunter is not who you like in the film. Not in the original.
On how you perceive Bambi, really, doesn't it? Because you could perceive him as kind of an innocent little leaping fawn hopping through the forest, or
yeah.
So we're excited. We're excited to see what Bambi does in this film. That's kind of the star of the movie. That's what we're looking forward to. We've seen a very short teaser trailer of it, and Bambi looks pretty cool in it, I gotta say. And so we're looking forward to it, but we want to hear about the human characters too. So Russell, what kind of role do you play in the film?
So I was Joseph's father in the film. He's he was meant to be coming on, but didn't make it. So I played Joseph's father, and then it's just mayhem going off. I'm trying to keep my myself together and not doing a very good job of keeping sane. Nikki was doing her part in a nightie in the middle of the cold.
Yeah, Russell is one of my 3 sons. So I'm Mary's grandma. And has early onset dementia.
Oh no! All right.
But I do remember that Russell is one of my sons. I think I remember that now.
You remember that?
I do. And then there's another son that is Tom's character's father, who's married to Zana. And then there was another son who there was 3. There are 3. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got there's 2 grandchildren, 3 sons, and then your sister-in-law, really, isn't it, Russell? Zana, Roxanne's character, is like the heroine.
Okay.
Sorry to say that, Adrian, but you know.
No. I'll allow a heroine as well.
Cool. So,
I'm so glad Nikki just explained that. My brain went. I was like, so who was everybody again? that's why I brought Nikki. I was like, Nikki, take over.
Yeah. So there's a family where there's a family, and then there's the hunters. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So there's quite a bit of characters in this film, more than I was kind of expecting. I didn't think there'd be that many characters.
5, 6, 7, 8 in the family, isn't it? 3, 2 grandchildren, 5. 2 daughter-in-laws and me. 8 in the family.
Okay. Nice.
I mean, you got to have a big enough cast to be able to get enough kills.
Start killing them off.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So that's a good sign. We might get a number of kills here.
Yeah.
All right. So Tom, let's talk about your character a little bit. You said that you're the iPad kid. Do you get to do you get to fight Bambi at all, or?
I don't think I could really. I feel like my character's a bit like annoying at some bits because a bit stupid at sometimes.
Okay.
And just I really have to explain it. Annoying sometimes, but has a good development throughout. I think.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do you feel like, I mean, based off your description, I'm thinking maybe no, but do you feel like you relate to the character at all?
Sorry, was that me cutting out? Sorry.
I was wondering if do you feel like you relate to the character at all?
In some bits, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not all of it.
Okay. not those annoying and dumb parts.
Well, depends.
Well, your cousin's not very nice to you, is he?
No, Joseph's character is a bit of a bully, which sucks.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we have a bit of a dysfunctional family going on in the middle of the woods, in between the calamity of a big deer coming to do its business against us.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then Adrian, you're the hunter, one of the hunters. I imagine there's more than one.
One of the hunters. We're a family of hunters. Really just a very friendly family, traipsing through the woods, trying to right wrongs.
Okay.
Like Robin Hood.
Right.
Like Robin Hood. Okay, nice.
Robin Hood. Wow. All right.
And there may just be something nasty.
Lurking I hope so.
In those woods, and people need protecting.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, we got to see in Blood and Honey 2, those animals get a little crazy. So Bambi, if this is in the same universe or the Pooniverse, as we've been told.
Well, you have a. Sorry, I'm going to say so at the front of it all, you've really got Roxanne Roxanne McKee. She was in Game of Thrones, obviously, but she's I'd say she's a lead
Yeah.
Okay.
protagonist doing her bit, and so
Cool.
she's on her own little journey. And then Tom's, that's it's your mum, right? Was that
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
It's kind of it's Roxanne, Tom, and Nikki, really, aren't?
Yeah.
You're kind of following them
Mhm.
on
Okay.
their journey, and then now and then you see there's some other characters who you follow them on their journey, and we're watching how these different journeys come together towards the end, and that's definitely where things get very exciting very quickly, I think.
All right.
And end abruptly for some of us.
Okay. And then Nikki, so you're the grandmother, onset dementia. So you played Christopher Robin's mother in Blood and Honey 2, and we loved
did.
that one. And so which, if you could choose,
Mm.
which one did you enjoy making more?
Well, very different, because Blood and Honey, I was only on it for 2 or 3 days. I mean, literally, my scenes are all contained in the house. It was the end of the shoot. And although we're very much a family, this film crew, because we've worked together many times before, I was just in and out. What was lovely is that I was actually acting with Scott, who's such a good friend of mine. And although we've worked together in sort of actor producer mode, we've never acted together. So that was special in that way, that it was short. Whereas Bambi, we were all on it for about 11 days, wasn't it? Maybe 12. It was a substantial amount of time that you build a rapport with everybody. Whereas I said, Winnie, I'm just in the scene with Scott and Alec, who plays my husband, and then I'm out again. So different for different reasons. What I don't think any of us enjoyed was the freezing cold. Oh my God.
Painful.
It was freezing. So it was January in the UK, -3 some nights, wasn't it?
Wow.
It didn't sound that cold to people who live way up north.
No.
But when you're flouncing around in a dressing gown, even though you've got thermals on, and you poor thing, I think Tom had the least amount of clothes on.
I had this coat. I had a coat on, but it had no like insulation inside it. It was just like a cloth on me. So
A raincoat, wasn't it?
yeah, and then I had these jeans that were a bit baggy. I had a few thermals though, which was nice. And I could sneak a hot water bottle underneath my coat sometimes, which was.
It's the feet.
Yeah, we had hot water bottles on the ready.
Hot water
Constant
bottles.
stream of hot water bottles.
Yeah.
Wow.
The runners
right.
were very cool like that. They were really looking after us with hand warmers and hot water bottles, but we need them.
Yeah.
There was a lot of night shoot going on, so out in the woods, that it was like -4 at times. It was pretty brutal.
Wow.
And somebody made that. Well, the director, actually, I'm going to blame Dan. Dan decided that my character needed his jacket to hang open, which I didn't mind in the first instance, but by the time you've been out there in the cold for hours and you can't really do up your jacket, that was painful. It was cold.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it was
all right. So I wanted to ask you guys about the directors and writers. So who was the director? You said Dan
Allen.
Allen. All right. What was it like working with him?
Pleasure.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Have you guys worked with him before?
I haven't.
I haven't.
He edited. I knew Dan. He edited Winnie, and he has done some other. He's both edited and directed before. The only one I'd done with him was when he edited.
Okay. Cool. So, and then the writers we have. Is it Reese Warrington? Yeah, I know he was directing the Winnie movies. And then Felix Sultan Did you guys get to interact with him at all, or?
No.
No.
Reese was around.
Oh, with
a
Reese,
lot.
yeah, but
Reese,
not
yeah.
Felix.
Okay.
Because
Not
Reese
Felix.
is one of the producers as well.
Yeah.
So Reese was
Okay.
always there.
Oh, okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, he seems to be involved in a lot of these films in the Poonaverse. So,
Yeah, he's
all
a
right,
talented
cool.
guy. He does a lot of the. I'll go on brain. What's the name of the drones? Like the drone filming and.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
He's very versatile.
I think he got his. I think he got one stuck in the tree
Yes.
on one of the last days. Yeah.
So
Cool.
Jagged Edge, which obviously produced these films, that
Yeah.
is Scott and Reese's.
Okay.
So you
That's
will
fair.
see the names. Yeah, you see both of their names coming up in different. Like Scott directed Peter Pan.
Mhm.
Okay.
But he was in Winnie. He produced Bambi.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
kind of into play.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we reacted to the Peter Pan episode, or Peter Pan
Trailer.
It's good.
Neverland Nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trailer recently. So if you're watching this and you're interested in this stuff, go check out that episode because that trailer looks horrifying. It looks very scary. Doesn't look like they're going to be having any sort of fun there. It looks like they're going for straight horror with that one. So that'll be cool. But what about this one? Do you guys feel like this one's a straight horror film, or is there, because when we thought of Winnie the Pooh, we're like, okay, this is going to be silly and it's going to be more of a comedy. That was not the case. Blood and Honey 2 had some, some comic relief for sure with some of the kills and stuff. What do you guys think about this one?
I think this one's quite different. This one's more of a serious drama horror.
It's not just like a slasher, I don't think, entirely.
And there's not so
so.
much comedy. There's no. I think the big difference is, which of course is why we can't talk about it much, is we haven't seen Bambi either. So with Winnie, all those creatures you're talking about were actors in the most amazing prosthetics, whereas Bambi is going to be totally VFX.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have an actor in a Bambi suit.
Real. Yeah, there's no actor in a Bambi suit, exactly.
With a green head like a massive green head.
Okay. To represent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Screaming, shouting, crying, running for our lives.
From the green head. From the green head.
and between one another. And again, going back to Roxanne, she's done a great job playing that character's a strong lead woman but she was great. And some of the arguments, some of the scenes, it was quite heavy with the drama on people. More serious than I originally thought it was going to be. When I first heard it, I was like, meh. And then I read it and I saw there was a lot of same with Adrian's characters with the hunters and that. It's not as simple like watching some of their scenes when it's really good. Great stuff.
Cool. Yeah,
Back
interesting.
At you, Russell, back at you.
Interesting. Yeah, it's fascinating to me how these properties have now turned into horror films, but they're taking it very serious. With the way it's written and the character development, and it's not what I expected when I originally heard about these group of films. So it's pretty fun though. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, and the crossovers are really interesting to see what people pick out from the films. If one character might turn up in another just as a tiny little moment, because the sort of areas are quite, if you had a map, I feel like it's almost like The Hobbit or something, or like when you see in a book.
Yeah.
You should create a drawing of 100 Acre Woods over here, Man's Woods over there,
because it all makes sense, being that like Bambi and Winnie the Pooh both are in the woods. They're both taking place in the woods. And then, I mean, the Neverland.
We'll see what that is.
I can never get the name right.
I can't remember what the village is called, but it's near 100 Acre Wood.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
They were telling me that the woods that they filmed in were the same woods as 100 Acre Wood was when they filmed Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you guys got to see the Winnie the Pooh, what'd you call it? His lair?
His lair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad stuff goes down in those
Where-
woods.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you know, of
For
course,
Eeyore.
those woods. That's where A.A. Milne was inspired to write.
Oh.
You know, so this is the 100 Acre Woods.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wow. Okay. So then that gives a lot more meaning as to why you're filming there and how it all came together. That's really
private,
cool.
It's private land. There's a guy who just owns this whole area.
Wow. Okay.
So
what do
we
you
can. That's
guys-
why we can film all night and nobody's, complaining
Okay.
too much because you're on private land.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you guys think that author would think of these films?
Well, apparently somebody, I'm not sure if it's true, there was this little note written by the author originally going, I really hope one day these are turned into horrors.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That would be interesting if that was true. I'd love to see that.
The dream lives on. The dream lives on.
Yeah. You
It's
guys
a
are
homage,
really
and it's
fulfilling.
it's taken it's a homage to something which was wonderful once upon a time, and
Yeah.
keeping it alive in another way.
So when we do a lot of social media and stuff, and when these films are announced and there's trailers and then they come out, inevitably there's a lot of people saying, oh my gosh, why are they ruining these characters? It's ruining my childhood and all this. What do you guys think of those comments and those feelings?
My personal feeling is that if you want to go and watch, and I'm somebody that still loves kids movies. I absolutely do, and I would still watch Tigger and Winnie the Pooh and those original films. I'd watch them all today, and I would love them for what they are. And then this is a new story that's using those same characters very differently, but it's just finding something new to do with them. And I think that's, I mean, should I compare this with Shakespeare? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Basically, it's you could take Shakespeare and you could do a million different things with it, can't you? And basically, all Scott and Reese are doing is taking some characters and a story and doing something a bit new with it. And if we can't do that, then where are we with our art?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good. I like that summing up of it. I will say, Winnie the Pooh was the hardest for me. The other ones mess around with whatever. Winnie the Pooh was definitely the one that I had to wrap my head around for a bit before I was like,
Winnie the Pooh generally isn't that dark, whereas Peter Pan certainly is a dark story. Pinocchio is a dark story. Bambi's it is quite a dark story.
Yeah,
it is. Whereas Pooh isn't, but it was written for even younger. I mean, the traditional fairy tales, which Pooh isn't a traditional fairy tale, is it? It's a series of. It's more like, I don't know, Peter Rabbit or something.
Yeah.
Whereas all the others have a very dark side. Children's fairy children like to be scared as well. I'm not saying they should be watching these, but
yeah.
And with Bambi, they can always come and cheer for the deer, can't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
We know how the original went, so let's get your own that time. It's all right. Don't stress.
maybe it'll be cool for people to see Bambi get revenge, right?
That's it.
It may just be very cathartic. It's
Yeah.
what people have actually been waiting for. They just didn't
Right.
know.
And at the end of the day, any publicity is good. If that's what people
Sure.
want to say and it gets it talking about it.
Yeah.
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 But
So
ultimately,
Tom,
it's almost certainly going to have like an 18 certificate. That's what we would call it in the UK. I can't remember. Would you call it an R in America?
R rating. Yeah.
An R rating. So it's almost certainly going to have an R rating or an 18 rating. And so ultimately, this isn't designed for kids, is it? So
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, as an adult, come and make your own decision.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's kind of like our childhood movies, the movies that we grew up with. Now seeing them in this other light as adults, we can handle those things. And with Winnie the Pooh, it's like we grew up with that. For I don't know about everybody, but like that was like something you know watch and read with your grandparents and like in this like in your nursery.
I think Bambi's going to be for those that are slightly triggered by seeing their childhood characters kind of come to life in a different way. I think Bambi's going to be the least triggering. I think it's the one where people will be able to actually just kind of. I think people will be getting behind Bambi a little bit.
Yeah.
And
A couple of hours of fun, innit? A couple of hours of fun, no stress, just enjoy.
Yeah.
So
and also something original. Everyone moans about horror. It's the same old thing reworked in some way. And now, although there will be quite a few of these because there's other people jumping on the bandwagon, it is a fresh load of horror characters.
Right.
It's not a zombie. It's not Dracula. It's not this, that, and the other. It's something new.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. Like Winnie the Pooh, like and Tigger and Owl and all that. Like it was, they're new horror characters now.
Exactly.
And then the Peter Pan looks horrifying. I'm like, okay, I can get down with a scary Peter Pan. That's cool.
Yeah.
But Tom, you're the youngest here, so I want to know how you feel as a child being in movies like this.
I honestly love them. Like I love the special effects and all the gore. Not trying to sound like weird or anything, but I really love watching it and seeing it. I find it just fascinating how you can just like do something to someone and make them look completely different.
Yeah.
And I personally like horror movies more than other people. Not other people, but my age, I guess. I really like them. I'll have my face behind a pillow the entire time, but for me, really.
Yeah.
Tom is a bit of an expert on horror films. That has to be said.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that leads into then asking, what would you say is your favorite horror movie?
It's a bit based. I really like the Scream franchise, especially the first ones. I don't love the new ones. I still like them, but some people should have died when they got
Yes.
One guy got stabbed 10 times by 2 different ghosts, Ghostface, and stayed alive. So I really like those ones. Those are my favorite horror movies.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
Nice.
Good answer.
Yes.
And the comedy of them I really like.
Yes. Yeah.
They're pretty funny. So that was something I appreciated about the Winnie the Pooh movies, and then hopefully for Bambi and Peter Pan, it's practical. A lot of it is makeup and prosthetics, and what you see on screen is what actually was filmed. Of course, Bambi is going to be CGI and all that, but would you guys say there's a lot of that in this one, like the gore and everything?
Yeah.
Practical effects.
Yeah,
great.
It's all practical.
You won't be
That's awesome.
disappointed.
No.
That's awesome. All right, cool. Because there's a lot of horror films that kind of, skip that part and a lot of it is just After Effects and CGI blood and all of that. So I'm glad to hear that we have some actual effects.
A couple of us that didn't look the same by the end of the shoot. No spoilers, but there's a couple of us where the makeup team were brilliant. There was the girls in the makeup team were awesome, and they spent hours just doing disgusting things to us.
All right.
Which I remember, really cool. Tom, you was impressed looking at some of our faces.
I found it insane.
Yeah,
I loved it watching them and just seeing transformations between the start and the finish.
Yeah,
crazy how
it'll be really cool now that we talk to you guys, see you guys, and then see you in the film and see what happens and what you look like at the end. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you asked Tom about his favorite. Let's go around the horn here. Russell, do you have a favorite horror film?
Can I pick a couple? Because
oh yeah,
Shining would probably be up there. Shining. There's a Thai horror film called Shutter, which they made a remake of it. Which I just shot a film with the same guy from that one, but that was one of my favorites. And then I don't know, like. There was an old film. I'm not sure if it counts full horror, but I liked do you remember a film called The Eyes of Laura Mars?
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
It's a woman where she's psychic and she can see through the eyes of the killer. That one. I think it was an 80s, 70s, 80s maybe.
70s, I think. Or late early 80s, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This sounds like something I'd enjoy.
Yeah. Okay. Haven't seen that. All right, Adrian, what about you? What's a horror film you enjoy?
I mean, I have to say, I'm not like a horror film buff.
Okay.
Of course, I enjoy some of them. I'm with Tom absolutely on the Scream franchise. I like a horror that's going to make me laugh as well, and they do that very well. I'm also with you, Russell. Does the Alien franchise count as horror? They are wicked.
Katrina's not a fan of those films, but yeah.
Why, Katrina? Why?
Too much thinking and too much aliens. I'm not an alien fan.
Too many aliens.
But you have to do all this thinking and it's not relaxing.
It's the sci-fi stuff.
But the tension building in those films is phenomenal. And then when things happen, like the alien bursting out of the stomach, but
if you're asleep by the time that happens, then
who's asleep by the time that happens?
So
what time was you watching that?
I'm a classic fall asleep in the theater.
I love. Okay, Katrina, you have to come to the theater, to the cinema with. I love people that fall asleep because you buy your. This is like everybody. You just have to do this. So you buy your big Pepsi or whatever it is with all the ice. You wait for someone to fall asleep, and then you take a handful of the ice and you put it in their lap. All right. And then when you leave, and then you just play it really casual. You pretend like you haven't noticed they fall asleep. You wait until you walk out, and then you go, "Have you paid yourself?"
In your sleep. What?
And it works brilliantly. Yeah, I promise that is a really good trick to play. If you like playing tricks, that I don't. I don't. Obviously.
Never.
But we'll go to the cinema together, Katrina. You'll know it wasn't. The alien films are great. Is it? Well, I'm trying to think. My brain doesn't work very well, but is it The Quiet Place?
Yeah, they were great.
They were fantastic.
Yeah. Well, the first two wasn't so fussed about.
Haven't seen the latest, but
Adrian, did you see? Or I don't know if it's released yet over there. Alien Romulus. Did you watch the new one?
I have not seen it yet. Nikki, you have. Tell me.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
Really good. Yeah. if you like the first two Alien films, and
Yeah.
this is kind of like a combination of the two. It's really good.
Yeah,
So.
it is.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm
Nikki,
making a note.
what horror films do you enjoy?
Well, I'm certainly with you on Alien films. Love all of them. Yeah, well, probably love number 3, but yeah, I'm a big fan. I think the one, obviously, The Exorcist was very. I don't know, one of the first I saw that really affected me. So that will always live. Yeah, I love it. And I love that it's such a strong drama that, it's like a play, really. It's fun. And then when you know all about how it was filmed, just everything that goes with it. So that would be in my top. Of the more recent ones, I really enjoyed, I love Pearl and X and Maxine. Yeah, really, really enjoyed them. I loved the original Suspiria, and I was annoyed when they made a remake, but I actually did like the remake.
Okay.
So,
we haven't reviewed those yet. We gotta do
the
that.
Descent. I can remember really enjoying the Descent. And what's the one in Paris where they're down in the catacombs, up above, so below?
Yes,
that's quite a good one.
That was a found footage.
Yeah. And what was the one? Was it last year or the year before? When it was really good. When they go to the Airbnb and it's the wrong one, and then the film goes.
Barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
That one's fun.
That one had some
Really
fun
good.
comedy too.
Yeah, quite twisted.
Yeah.
And I love. There's loads. I'm a big horror.
Yeah,
okay.
Omen's got to be in there as well, hasn't it? The original.
Okay.
The original.
Yeah, I loved Omen.
So Tom, have you seen any newer horror films that you've enjoyed, like from this year or recently?
I haven't really watched. I've watched horror movies this year, but none that came out this year.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are busy, man. You guys are traveling all over, and Tom, you're going to Croatia on Tuesday. Is that correct?
On Tuesday, yeah.
Wow.
I had time to go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
The last one I watched Borderlands, which was just I didn't enjoy it.
No,
nobody's.
really?
I've heard it was the best. And now they're doing a Minecraft movie.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that actually.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't actually mind it. I get
Okay.
because if it was animated, it would be like the story time ones they used to do.
Yeah.
You know those. So I'm happy they done live action because then it would just been a bit copying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. So Russell, have you seen any newer ones that you enjoyed?
I said I'd seen. We spoke about that earlier. Long Legs. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
I just watched a trailer a few hours ago for Smile 2. I liked the first one. The first one I liked. Not seen a lot of other horrors lately. Been watching just other films. Trying to think. I want to see the Swedish film, the zombie Swedish one. I forgot the name. I think it's made from the same people who did Let the Right One In.
Oh yes.
That's the one I want to see.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I also saw a really cool Indian one called Sister Midnight.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's not out yet. It was in Cannes, and it's very unusual. Vampire-y.
All right.
It's a comedy horror. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Unusual for an Indian film.
Yeah. So I'm curious, with being all being actors on here, or actresses, who are some actors that have inspired you?
Should I go first or somebody else?
You go.
Go on, Russ.
You can go, Russell.
Actors who inspired me: Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think he's amazing. James Gandolfini. Again, just real great method actors. Yeah, probably those two are my favorites. And Anthony
Okay.
Hopkins.
Okay.
Cool. What about you, Tom?
He's thinking.
Oh, okay.
Can you come back to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Adrian?
Well, my greatest of all time is absolutely Jimmy Stewart. I just love and adore him. I don't know what it is, but he just I just do. But kind of more current names, Stephen Graham. Just superb. I love him.
Amazing.
And also from Liverpool, we've got Jodie Comer, and she is just sensational. I saw her in, I'm probably going to say this wrong, Prima Facie, and was front row for that in the West End. And like it's just her, like one woman show, and she is phenomenal. Mark Rylance, equally. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
All right. And Nikki, what about you? Who's inspired you?
Sort of funny enough, the first one that springs to mind isn't female. It would be Gary Oldman.
Oh, nice.
Because he can just be so many different. Yeah, it's chameleon, and Tim Roth to a certain extent. I really like Tim Roth. Females, I agree. I think Jodie Comer's amazing, but obviously she's newer on the scene. I think Meryl Streep, I loved Tilda Swinton, that she's so out there and different. And then obviously there are sort of theatre actors like Harriet Walter and Fiona Shaw, who've been amazing for so many years and are now much more. Brian Cox. I love Brian Cox. Oh, so many. So many. And I also really admire the sort of new wave of females that are like Elizabeth Moss. They've got their own companies now and they're making things.
Yes.
So as far as inspiring, I think it's the ones that are doing that.
Yeah. That's really cool. We saw Immaculate earlier this year.
Yeah, that's good. That story's amazing how she got that done.
Yeah, and that was Sydney Sweeney. That was kind of like her project.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that was a cool story.
Yeah, so I think they're doing amazing work.
Yeah.
Those women in a man's world.
Yeah.
Which the film business sort of has been for so many years.
Yeah.
Not getting into that.
So, Tom, it looks like you're still struggling with.
Honestly, I can think of so many actors, but they're all great. But I can't think of any. Like, there's so many. I know I've got some, but just blanking. It's really weird.
I'll tell you, whenever I have to come up with things on the spot, I feel the same way. And then I'm always like, wait, I should have said this.
Next one tonight, it will hit me. And I'll be
yeah. So that's okay.
What are your two favourites horrors?
Me?
No, Danny and Katrina.
Oh. You go ahead.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'll go first. Halloween has always been my favorite.
Yes.
The original Halloween. I love that one.
Yeah.
I don't find it to be the best movie. It's just my favorite. It's the music, Michael Myers. I think he's just the ultimate horror villain. And then I'm with Tom, Scream.
Yep. That's what
I would say that would be like we've done a top 10 horror films of all time, but it was a couple of years ago. We did an episode on that. And I believe Scream was my number 2. So I would have to say Scream, the original.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what mine was. I think Scream was my number 1.
Yeah.
And then most recently the X series. I think Pearl is my favorite of the X series. But I love those films. And Mia Goth is just like amazing.
Did you see Infinity Pool?
No, we haven't watched that. No.
That's good.
Is it good? It looks so weird.
It is. I love weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It looks so weird, but yeah, I think we'll have to check it out.
Really good.
But Scream has always been a top for me, partly because it was probably one of the first horror movies I watched, and just was definitely amazing. Even with, I didn't like horror movies until marrying this guy. And so but I always liked Scream. Scream was always the one that I've always loved. So yeah.
Cool. Well, maybe Bambi will make its way up the list.
Yeah, it could. I do. I'm super excited to see kind of these newer movies. The way that they're developing these stories, you can like tell so much, even just in the little trailers, that there's so much story to it, and so I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, we can't give any of that away, but there's a really good backstory to this one as well.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I'm excited to see how they connect.
Yeah,
how the different films connect, because we only have the Winnie the Pooh version so far, that piece of the story, and so I'm excited to see how the next few. Do you guys know when this is going to be released?
I don't think it'll be this. It's not till next year. That's what because we shot ours before Peter Pan, but Peter Pan will come out before because the VFX taking so long. So
but it's better to take time with the VFX and get it right than just
yeah.
And to
definitely.
be honest, most films do take over a year. It's just that normally Scott's ones have always been turned around really quickly, and so people expect that, but it's not normal to have a film out within 6 months of shooting it. They do take a long time in post.
It was sorry. I was going to say it was
Go ahead.
I was going to say it was a shame. It was a shame that because Joseph was meant to come on, Joseph Greenwood, but I think that was his first role in a film, if I'm not mistaken. But he was amazing, and he'd be somebody to watch out for the future, because he put everything into it. He was playing my son, but he brought it. He was crying, shouting. He was very good, and with Nikki as well. The scenes you two shot together were great. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Giving him a little big up.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Joseph. He was a great guy.
I cooked a roast dinner with him.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. You did. You had him out for dinner, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, went to Waitrose and got some fresh chicken. And
I think Joseph was on set. He was probably the most. Everybody's likable, but. I think we can all agree Joseph was probably he was lovely to work with. Real smashing guy.
Definitely.
Nice.
Cool.
So I'm curious about your guys' kind of filmography of what you guys have done in the past and what you have coming.
Well, I know that somebody can't talk about stuff.
We'll start with Nikki.
Definitely going to be some exciting stuff that you can't know about yet.
Okay.
Was that from Russell?
Not from me, sadly. I can't say who from.
Russell.
I can't say who from.
It's got to be Russell, because we know what Tom's is.
Yeah.
Tom's busy. Tom, did you mention about your film, what you're just about to go and shoot?
I mentioned it when we weren't recording. I'm doing a war film. I'm filming in Croatia for 6 weeks, and currently I'm in Cardiff filming Casualty, which is Christmas special for it, which is cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Love it.
Cool. Okay.
And then
what
Nikki,
else do you guys got going on?
You've been busy always.
The last TV I did was I've done a couple of sort of shorter films, but I did and we have a series called Grace over here. So I did an episode of that quite recently, but no, I haven't got anything coming up. Although I don't think it's a big secret. I've got a teeny tiny part in Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
I'm just dropping that in there because of the crossover, because there is a reason why I'm there.
Okay.
But I'm not saying anymore.
Okay. All right. And Adrian, what do you have going on?
And the universe has not told me yet.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
I'm sure something big is heading in my direction. I just haven't quite managed to manifest it into but, things will happen, but otherwise I'm busy doing other things.
Okay.
Okay. Well, maybe when people see this podcast, they'll know, oh, Adrian's available.
They need to know. That's all it's going to take. They just need to know.
Yeah.
I just shot a horror film recently called Survive in Silence. That one, I think that'd probably be mid next year coming out, and that was the second film I'd shot now with Richie Moore, because I think I mentioned to you earlier, I shot a film called Who's Watching Oliver, where I played a serial killer in that one. So it was a second partnership with him, and then it was nice. That was a good ensemble. We had the Canadian actor Aaron Paul flew over for that one. Ananda Evesham, who was the lead in Shutter, the film which I was talking about before, Cindy Bishop, Justin Bratton. I'm forgetting people. Sorry if they ever hear this, but that was fun.
Okay.
Laura, she's just done a TV show, Falling. I think that's just came out. She's one of those leads. So that was good fun. And that was a film about a silent retreat, a horror set on a silent retreat. So,
oh, I feel like I remember something about that.
Okay, cool.
And that one I play Guru Manor, I had dreadlocks for 6 weeks, big long dreadlocks, and I'm not such a nice person.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Well, we'll have to let Scott know, because right now on IMDb, which is where we go to for a lot of our information on films, it says that this is coming out on Halloween. So,
does it indeed?
Yeah.
It was, I think, the original plan.
Yeah.
I think that might have changed a little bit since then.
Yeah.
IMDb does tend to put things, and then it's very difficult to get it down. That's to get it changed.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it says Peter Pan is coming out on Halloween as well. So maybe that one will be accurate.
Two of them out at the same time.
Looks like you got the wrong cast.
But no, we're gonna look forward to all of them. We're looking forward to all the connections, and maybe if you guys are in future movies, in this universe, we'll have you back on.
Some of us may or may not survive. So
yeah, true.
There is that. But we can't say who.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you guys all for coming on to the show and discussing Bambi: The Reckoning, which will be coming soon, hopefully sooner than later, so we can check it out. And then we'll have you guys back on maybe closer to the actual release. And
maybe after the release, so then we can have you on for like a spoiler section and actually really talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're all really looking forward to seeing it because we've seen so little.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I guess that's it for the interview.
Thank you for having us on there.
Yeah,
we appreciate
it.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed meeting you all.
Yeah.
Danny and Katrina.
Yeah, great to meet you guys and make the connection. This has been Scare Talk. Wait, this has been scary?
No, this has been Scared Talk.
Oh my gosh,
she can't remember.
Because Joel's not here.
Yeah, Joel is another one of our hosts that usually joins us, but he's not here today. So she's thrown off.
Sleep tight.
Don't let Bambi